Welcome to our Day 4 Enchanted Princess Norway and Iceland vlog series. In this episode, we wake up to some absolutely stunning scenery. We take the opportunity to explore Flåm and the surrounding areas in a rather unconventional way. Stay tuned to find out how our dining experience went on Day 4 and what is the waiter doing to our drinks.
Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Dom.
And we are Tom and Dom Travel.
And welcome to Day 4 in Flåm.
Well, what a day we've had here in Flam. It's been absolutely brilliant so far, hasn't it? We started off the day with breakfast in the buffet.
A quick breakfast because we wanted to get off and explore this beautiful, beautiful town.
Yeah, I've got to say that when we opened the curtains this morning, we were blown away, really, weren't we?
Spectacular.
We're sat here now as we're recording, and all I could see is huge mountains and beautiful waterfalls behind you.
Beautiful.
So it's amazing. It is an amazing place to visit. So please, if you get to visit Flam, definitely come.
After a very quick breakfast in the international marketplace buffet, we then disembarked the ship because we brought all of our belongings with us so that we could just disembark pretty quickly. Really straightforward. Flam is a very small port.
Very small.
And we just walked off and we were in the centre of Flam. Beautiful surroundings. Traditional Norwegian buildings, architecture, church, absolutely, spectacular.
It's got a beautiful river running through it. It's just a great place to spend an hour or so wandering around. We did just that. We wandered around for an hour, didn't we? And then decided to do what we always decide to do, is pop in one of the local cafes, and we grabbed ourselves a very milky latte.
A very expensive milky latte. I think for 2 lattes it cost £9.25.
Yeah.
Which is quite a lot for a couple of lattes, but it was enjoyable nonetheless, and an experience.
Yes, yeah, it was nice.
A traditional sort of Norwegian lodge type structure, wasn't it?
Yeah. So yeah, great there. And the day was actually much warmer than we'd expected.
Yes.
So after our coffee, we quickly popped back onto the ship.
Just to change, because we wrapped up when we looked outside and it is a little bit overcast.
Yeah.
We thought, it's going to be a bit chilly out there, but actually the temperature was quite mild.
Yeah, so we
came back to the room,
took a layer off and went back out again. Yeah,
and then went back out again because it's so small. You can just nip on and nip off.
Yeah.
The ship. We had a reservation at 11 o'clock for the Twizy electric cars.
Yeah, e-mobility, the company's called, and they're based right here in Flam. Absolutely fantastic experience.
It was just incredible. So for 2 hours we had the car, and there's a preloaded route in the car sat nav. It talks to you after you pass or before you go through these amazing points of interest and gives you information and facts. Tells you where to go. If you accidentally come off the track or off the path, it'll tell you to get back on and how to do that. Absolutely so much fun.
Yeah, it's important we tell you a little bit about these cars because you'll see them and you think, oh gosh, because it's not really a car. It's I don't know, what would you describe it as?
Well, it's got 4 wheels.
It's got 4 wheels, but it's about the size of a mobility scooter.
It's a bit bigger than that.
Well, I was sat in the back with my legs either side of Dom while he was sat in the middle. It was like I don't know, Cool Runnings toboggan style type situation in this little car. So. But great fun, really enjoyed it. We climbed up these windy roads, didn't we? Hairpin bends, higher and higher to enter some spectacular viewpoints. The car itself instructed us where the viewpoints were, so we stopped, got out, and took some time to just take in those amazing views. and you could see miles and miles and miles from the top of these fjords. It was amazing.
Really, really good experience. There were a couple of moments on the journey because this is a very popular tourist destination, especially for camper vans, and the roads going up the mountains aren't really designed for that type of vehicle. So yeah, it was quite an interesting experience. The cars themselves are very, very nippy. We got up to 80 kilometers per hour on the main road.
Yeah, for something so small and electric,
Brilliant.
fantastic.
So
It was great. We zipped through some tunnels, didn't we? Climbed some mountains.
Really, really good experience, and it gave us the opportunity to stop where we wanted to stop.
Yeah, take our time. We did a little hike type of walk up to the top of one of the mountains, didn't we?
We did.
And it was spectacular. We could do what we wanted in our own time with no one to worry about other than ourselves. So once again, if you come to Flam, the train is the most popular attraction here, but we chose to do the cars, and we would say if you get the chance, do the cars. It's fantastic.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Absolutely fantastic. After our amazing experience just whizzing around the Flam, it was time for something to eat.
Yeah.
We actually came back on board because we thought, oh, everybody seems to be off the ship. We'll be able to get a seat in Gigi's Pizza.
Yeah, without the 45-minute wait we've been having previously.
And it was pretty quick.
And we did. We sat at the bar to get a glass of wine because the gentleman said it'd be about a 10-minute wait. And it was. We just started to drink our wine and we were called through.
Sat down. The food did take a little while to arrive.
Yeah.
But
nothing too bad at all. No, not a problem. So we both had Hawaiian pizza, and it was fantastic with a glass of Pinot Noir that we keep banging on about. So yeah, that Pinot Noir is a very popular drink in when we arrive at bars anyway. Straight away after our pizza, what did we do?
We actually disembarked the ship again to have a look at the tourist areas of Flam, because obviously we when we got off earlier we had a walk round and a look and familiarised ourselves with the place, but we didn't actually go in anywhere. So we thought, oh, we've got a couple hours spare because we're disembarking at 4:30. Let's go and have a look at all the tourist areas in Flam. So we visited the museum.
We did, and it's important to say that we did the inside places because at this point it was hammering it down with rain. So in the morning when we did our cars, we had beautiful weather. It was dry, it was warm, and it's still been warm all day, but in the afternoon it's absolutely poured down, so which is why we chose to do some of the indoor activities. So first thing we visited was the museum,
which gives you all the history of Flam and the Flam Railway, how it was made and constructed and why. Really, really interesting to have a look at just sort of traditional they've got traditional Norwegian houses and how they lived and costumes. Really, really interesting, and it's free.
Yeah, free. And then we went around a couple of the shops. So we took some time to have a look what they're offering. A lot of outdoor wear, coats, jackets, and then a lot of touristy trinkets like trolls and Viking memorabilia, things like that.
After having a little walk round, having a look at the local shops, it was time to make our way back to the ship.
Yeah.
And we were actually, do you want to tell the story?
Well, we were sent a message by the port of Flam to welcome us to the area, and very gratefully they offered to meet us. So we went along and met the general manager of the port. He was absolutely lovely.
So nice.
More than welcoming, and he was great to have a quick chat to. And then he gave us a little gift. And this was the gift he gave us. So he gave each of us a little Flam mug. So
courtesy of the port of Flam. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you ever so much for your hospitality. Really, really good to meet you.
Yes, thank you so much, because he is a multitasker, because he's doing 2 jobs at once. And while we were out on our Twizzes that we told you about earlier, those small cars, we noticed that there'd been an accident, and he is actually a on-call firefighter as well, and he'd been out supporting that accident. So thank you very much for taking the time on what must have been a very busy day for you to speak to us. So thank you.
Then we made our way back to the ship and to our stateroom to get ready for this evening.
Yeah, so let's see what this evening brings.
After a wonderful day in Flam, it was time for our sail away, and I've got to say it was absolutely spectacular.
It was one of the best sailaways we've ever had. Those views were out of this world.
So sailing out of Flåm, through the fjords, just incredible.
Yeah.
So thankful that we booked a balcony cabin for this trip, because it was spectacular, and some of the things we saw was incredible, like the rainbow.
Yeah, there was a rainbow as we were sailing away, which we kind of passed through a rain cloud, didn't we? And then as we moved through it, a stunning rainbow appeared right off the side of the ship, so we just spotted it outside the balcony, didn't we? And off we went as quick as we could to do a picture with this rainbow. So after that fantastic sail away, we got ready and headed for dinner.
This evening we had a reservation in the Amalfi restaurant, which is at the back of the ship on deck 6.
Yeah, so different to where we'd been the previous nights, and got to say, far better experience.
Far better experience. We waited maybe 3 minutes and then we were escorted to a table. Really good service. There wasn't any queues.
No.
It was really good.
Great. And our waiting staff were fantastic again. So
Superb.
we've got to say, a massive turnaround. What a wonderful experience we had that night.
Yeah, we're quite thankful. You know, we were hopeful that everything sort of would have embedded in terms of the service and the numbers that they were expecting. Yeah. And we're quite, thankful to say it has all sorted itself out quite nicely.
Yeah, all good now. I'm very happy. So to start, I had the pork Chinese dumplings, which were wonderful. I'd had them before on Sky, and once again, very nice.
I tried something a little bit different. I had the corn cake with, which was essentially 2 corn cakes with a cheese centre and a pear and apple, I think, relish. It was really beautiful. Very unusual.
We had no idea what it was going to look like, did we? So when it came, it was okay.
Yeah, we were pleasantly surprised. And the relish that came with it was absolutely stunning.
Now for Maine, we could not resist, could we?
Nope.
Being British and being away from home for a few days, we went for roast beef with Yorkshire pudding, both of us, didn't we?
And we were sat next to an American family, and we couldn't help but see their sort of stares and looks, as if to say, what on earth is a Yorkshire pudding?
Yes, but I think they did really wish they'd ordered that.
They did say after we'd finished our meal how good it actually looked, and it was beautiful. Again, in the main dining room, they asked us how we wanted the beef cooked.
Yeah.
And it came out beautiful. For dessert, I had the frozen praline tort, and it was absolutely spectacular. It was essentially an ice cream filling with that was surrounded by a bit of cake, and it was beautiful.
I had a chocoholic cheesecake, which was spectacular. I've ate the lot.
Very indulgent, and it did look absolutely delicious.
So I think there's a bit of a theme going here, because I've had a chocolate type of dessert nearly every day, haven't I now?
You are.
as per normal, we both had a couple of glasses of Pinot Noir with our dinner, and it did go with the beef very, very well.
Beautiful. And we finished off those 2 glasses of wine each. They were beautiful. So to round off our dining experience tonight for dinner, it was fantastic all round.
Yeah, the service was spectacular, and it couldn't have gone any better. So well done, Princess.
Thank you very much.
After the main dining room, we made our way to Good Spirits to have our after dinner cocktail. I had an Aperol Spritz cocktail, which was very nice, very refreshing.
And I asked the waiter to bring me a surprise, because I couldn't choose, could I? And she brought me this jet black cocktail, wasn't it? Amazing. It was a bit like iced tea, but black, and it was vodka based.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know, it was like ink
black.
Yeah, it had that sort of consistency to it.
So I don't know the name of it because she didn't tell me, because it was a surprise, but we'll find out and we'll let you know, because I'll be having that again.
She did ask you what you liked and what you didn't, and obviously that fed into the choice that she eventually delivered. But it was different, and you did enjoy it because you
I love
had
it
another
again.
one.
I love it again. So yeah. We were also joined in good spirits by our fellow passengers that we'd met a few nights earlier, Sasha and Morris. So hello to you both. It was great meeting you, and we had a great hour or so chatting with you.
After some good conversation and drinks in good spirits, it was time for us to make our way to the Princess Theatre for tonight's showcast production of Five Skies.
Yeah, so we left Good Spirits actually quite early, so probably half an hour before the show actually started, and that was a very good move because the Princess Theatre was absolutely packed. I don't think there was a spare seat.
No.
So get there early.
Yeah, and this was the second performance, so at 10:15, and Sasha and Morris actually did try to get into the first sitting at 8:15, and they arrived at 8:00,
and it was full.
It was full. So these cast production shows, Five Sky Rock Opera, very, very popular. If you are wanting to see them, get there as early as possible, a good 30 minutes before, just to secure your seat.
Now, we had seen Five Skies before, so if you want to find out what we thought of Five Skies, because it hasn't changed, go back and have a look at our video on Sky Princess. Our overall review though would be that the production of the show was spectacular, the cast were excellent, however the storyline probably we don't feel fits the demographic of the ship.
After the Princess Theatre and Five Skies, we actually managed to get a seat in Crooners for the first time.
Yeah, we've tried a couple of times already on this cruise and we have not been able to get in there. It is a beautiful venue, but when you see the seating and what it actually looks like in there, there's a very actually few seats because the seats are quite big, take up quite a lot of space, so it is quite hard to get in there. So if you want to get into Crooners, either get there early or get there later on at the evening. When it's that after show time, it is packed there, isn't it?
It is. And entertainment, they have the pianist.
Yeah.
And he was doing a medley of Elton John songs while we were there. Very, very talented, very, very good.
Yeah.
In Crooners, they also have their own sort of specialty cocktail menu that is sort of different from other areas and bars of the ship.
Yeah.
So we did partake with a few specialty cocktails.
Yeah, no, we were sat with Sue and John once again, so hello to you guys. But it was John's fault because he started us off with these cocktails that have a flavour bubble. And the kind waiter decided very kindly to give us all a flavour bubble. And they were great experience. Yeah. So thank you very much to that waiter for doing that for us.
Definitely a good experience and something different.
Yeah.
Very unique, and I've never had anything like it before.
No.
Perhaps I just lived a sheltered life, I don't know.
You haven't been to enough cocktail bars, that's the thing.
That's true.
So yeah, definitely recommend it, and again, lovely cocktails in Crooners.
Yeah, and we stayed there until
closing, really. So after Krooners had closed, it should have been time for bed, but for us to get back to the lift we had to pass through the casino.
And after lots and lots of different and unique cocktails,
Yeah.
we just couldn't resist our little $10
$10, yeah.
in the casino. So we played on one slot machine, played $10,
Yeah.
and I think we won 15.
115. So you win some, you lose some, and this time we won.
Yay!
Yay!
Straight back to the stateroom then for
Yeah.
to sleep, because we were both absolutely shattered after
Yeah.
a very, very busy day. However, we couldn't resist ordering a little bit of room service
Once again, as
to
it
soak up the alcohol, and
was needed.
very, very much needed.
Yeah.
And then bed.
Bed.
Thanks for watching our day 4 video on the wonderful port of Flam.
Yeah, it's been one of our favourite ports we've ever visited, so thank you very much to everyone there.
Very, very beautiful.
Uh,
As always, if you've got any comments, just pop them in the box below and we'll get back to you.
and please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Bye!
Bye!
Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to check us out on social media.